Hello from Nashville, Tennessee. My name is William Lowermore. I'm here to show you my Project 1 personal page of Week 1 of the Fellowship with Headstarter, which, by the way, I would like to thank you very much for this opportunity. I very much appreciate it. Let's get started. So I already had my own domain name, and it is williamlowermore.com. So this is my project. I already had this domain name, which is kind of cool that it's an added bonus there. I did have my original portfolio on there, which was a Next.js portfolio, and I chose this template. And first of all, I chose this template because I like the lines. I like how tight knit it is. It's not a lot of jumping around. It looks very professional. It looks very neat. As you can see, I am a meticulous person. Yeah, and I kept the colors because my portfolio that I have now actually very similar in colors. I tend to stick with blues, purples, grays. They just seem calming, professional, pleasing to the eye. They're not bright and in your face, which is also how I like to code. And I like to set up my UIs that way as well. So as you can see in the header here, I've got the URL for the website. It also doubles as a home button. So it has a link back to the root. Right here, originally, this template, which by the way, this template had 3 HTML files in it. I ditched 2 of them and kept this one. This one just seemed to look more professional and to the point to what the project needed. The menu had links to those HTML files. I thought about at first keeping it as a menu and so I could jump around the page. The user could click, about me, and it would, so on and so forth. But this is such a tight site. It seemed kind of like overkill. So what I did is I kept the modal, I changed it to quick links. So quick links, of course, has a home button in case we're down here and we need to pop back up home. We got you. But then it also has your first call to action of the website, my resume right here. So this resume is a PDF file that is downloadable. So that's good. It's one of the first things you see when you open that. Then you can also contact me via email, GitHub, or go to my LinkedIn profile. This image originally was a gem icon. It was a smaller circle, and what I did is I took a play on that and I pulled it from up here and put it down to the left. And I built this image in GIMP because I do use Linux with Ubuntu, and GIMP is the image application or the image manipulation software. So I built this in that. So when the user logs on or gets onto the site, the first thing they see is my smiling face because I have a sunny disposition and I want people to see that. I like to seem like a welcoming person. And then they see my name, straight to the point, and then just a little blurb about who I am. Moving on down, we get into the About Me section. Changed the name. I wanted to be a little different. Just changed it to At a Glance. And of course, you got a little bit blurb about me there. This is an image from my professional musician days, taken a few years ago. I did round the edges. This is a fixed size. It's not going to get all, you'll see. It's not going to get wompy when it goes to mobile responsive. And then once again, here's your second CTA. Once again, you can view my resume. I like to keep that kind of in your face there. Then we get into portfolio features. I grabbed 2 of my favorite projects from my portfolio. And this just kind of gives you a quick blurb about, hey, here's a couple of them. You can see more on my GitHub page. These images here are screenshots of those projects. They do have a hover effect to let the user know that they are clickable. And when clicking these, they will take you to the live site. They are also scrollable within that little window. And I have removed the scroll bars, once again, for just a neatness effect. And then you have the title. You have a couple of little icons here that tell you what I used to code these. These both pull from APIs. This pulls from the TMDB API, and this one pulls from the news API. A little description on both of them. This one uses NextAuth. So if you don't have a Google account, which is, I use the Google provider, I have also added in the credentials provider and hard-coded some credentials so anyone can log on and play with the site. And then you have the live site here. You can view the GitHub code, or once again, there it is, view my resume. Same thing over here. And then, as I said before, these are clickable images that take you to the live site. And they do open in a separate tab. And like I said, these were built using Next.js. I'm a big Next.js fan because of the SEO capabilities and the server-side rendering, making it super fast and not all glitchy. This is real-time news data from the API with all the different links. And moving on down, the contact section I also renamed to Get in Touch, and then a little message saying, hey, let's work together. I kept the format because this is a very basic, this is exactly what I have on my portfolio. This one is not hooked up. Normally I would use Next.js, but for my portfolio, I have it hooked up to Next.js. In the event that I decide to keep this, it will be connected via, I'm saying Next.js, I meant Email.js, sorry. It will be connected to Email.js, which is not a big deal at all. But I do have, you can go ahead and email me directly here. You can get in touch with me through the GitHub, or you can go to my LinkedIn profile and message me or whatever. And then down here we've got our little footer. So that's that. And to see, we are mobile responsive here. So like I said about that image, we're not going to get all wompy. We're good to go. Console has no errors. We have some warnings, but those can be taken care of easily. And one last thing here. This is the code that I'll be sending along with it on my GitHub. It's got a nice little README. It's very simple. And it's got all my technologies, or all of the technologies that are used on this project. Some of them came with it, with the resources. And I believe that's about it. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope to get some good feedback from you all. And thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for this opportunity. And we'll talk soon, I hope. Have a great day.